weeks ago, we sweltered through the hottest day ever recorded, and today has been one of the wettest days this year. For the region's farmers, the extreme conditions have caused havoc with crop growing. Well, we've been back to see arable farmer Olly Harrison from Prescott to see precisely what problems he is facing.
Olly Harrison's admiring his field of spring barley, planted just 5 weeks ago. That hadn't been the plan, but the hot weather in June killed the last crop.
It was so dry, this land right being by the river is really light soil, and it died off with drought basically. So we harvested 2 weeks earlier than we've ever harvested barley before. Barley's always ready the earliest. So I took the opportunity to then drill another crop of barley to see if we can combine 2 crops of barley in 1 year.
Sowing 2 barley crops like this is unusual.
Hopefully we'll be able to harvest this in maybe 3 weeks' time, 4 weeks' time, and it's already showing potential of having a seed head in there. So it's 2 crops in 1 year, hopefully.
It wasn't just the barley that didn't like the heat. 2 weeks ago we had some of the highest temperatures on record, and that affected the wheat. Olly posted this on social media.
Just harvesting a field of wheat now, not because it's ripe, but because it's dried. All this hot, dry weather has just killed it off.
How much of a problem has this hot weather been?
Financially, quite a big problem, especially with what prices are at the moment. It's been good in one way because we've been able to keep going, apart from the last sort of week where it has rained, but also it's made everything close together. Everything's ready all at once, which is a nightmare really, because you're trying to get it all in before the weather then spoils it or the pigeons eat it.
Over the past 2 years, Olly has opened a sunflower maze, but the hot weather has also affected these flowers.
They're a bit small. They're not quite big enough to be a maze in the second field because it was so dry, just didn't grow and the pigeons ate them. So we've only got 1 field this year.
Why do you think they're small this year?
Just lack of rainfall. I think, you know, even January this year was dry, but you could harvest it for the seed and make oil. You could obviously have it as flowers, or you could cut your own, but you've got to be quick because they won't be flowering for long. Or like we've done the last few years, we've done a charity maze. We may still do something. Hopefully by the end of the week we'll have a chance to get something organised, cut some paths in it and then open up for the public and maybe just have a donations box but not have it staffed.
On top of dealing with weather conditions, diesel and fertiliser costs are at an all-time high.
It's a question of like, do we actually plant something this year? Because of the way current prices are and input prices, if we get not even an average yield will pay the bills. So below average bills will lose money. So it's like decisions need to be made whether we're going to plant something in September or not.
The ground's still wet from last night's rain, so harvesting may have to be on hold for a few hours. It's going to be a busy few weeks for Olly Harrison. Judy Hobson, BBC North West Tonight, Tarbert Green.